Hey, what's up, Hot Trades? What's up, everybody? Wanted to do a little video on the subject look left. Look left. I know you guys have heard it a lot from me and from Blaze. So we kind of like wanted to give you a bit of a teaser of what's gonna come in the future, more in-depth training on this, on what is market structure. Okay, I want, if anything, I want you guys to learn market structure, price action, right? So you can be able to forecast your plays and know more or less. You can have like some nice entries, right, for your trades. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I trade supply and demand, which we'll talk about as well briefly, and then hopefully with this it'll change the game for you. I believe this will change the game for many people. Even something just as this short of a video, I think it should help out. Okay, so let's start. Here I plotted out some price action, right, for Microsoft. Now I'm going to explain to you why I always say look left, right? So here, starting on Tuesday the 21st of November, price is breaking out, right? It breaks out and it makes a little high here, then it pivots down. This creates already what you call a pivot, right? It creates a little pivot here. Now, price comes right down, and right here it bounces again, creating another pivot. But what happens? When price goes right back up, now I have what we call uh, an area of demand that is being left, okay? Or that is being created. Basically, it's an area where there was demand, where there was buyers, and it left an imbalance in the market. So now here I left an imbalance in a way. It came down, created back up. Now I can make a little demand zone from this bottom here to this bottom here. Now this is my demand zone, and this will continue to be a demand zone until price comes right back down to it. Now that's the key here, guys. The key here is that you want price, you when there is a demand zone that is established, you know at some point or another price is going to come back down here again to fill these orders. Now remember this, always remember that. That's going to be part of your strategy, hopefully. And another thing is that definitely in an intraday chart like this one, 15-minute, it's really good because a lot of these plays can be done. It's always happening. You see, every 15 minutes there's something happening and there's structure being created. That's why you hear us a lot of say, sometimes Blaze says it too on the lives, it broke structure. Now when it creates that break of structure, now you want to see what price is going to do. Usually in a break of structure, it comes right back to that structure, right? So now price goes up, down, now it starts heading back up, right? What am I doing on this way up? What am I looking for? I'm looking left. Why I say look left? Because of this. I say look left because I have here my pivot. So now let's say that I saw this breakout. This is a 15-minute chart. Now there's bars coming up, right? And I'm looking now. This is definitely, there's nothing here right now. Let's remember this. We're starting from here, from the left on. Now this hasn't been created yet. So now price is going up. What am I doing? I'm waiting to see if price either is gonna drop back down to my demand zone or if it's gonna continue higher. Where am I gonna see that drop? Looking left. Here, I'm not gonna take it long because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's anything here unless there's a supply zone on the left hand that was created a while back, right? And I'm seeing it appear. If I'm not, I don't know what price is gonna do, but I do know that I have to look left because when price comes right back here to this area, I know it's gonna do something like this. It's gonna start stalling or it's gonna probably break out, right? If it starts stalling, and let's say I'm on a 1 minute chart or on a 2 minute, that's why I leave my 15-minute and a 3 minute chart. I know you guys are some of you guys like to trade the 1 minute, so that's why I say it, because it's moving quickly, and this is a between this is a 15-minute chart between, and this one leg there's there's 15 1 minute candles, right? So on the way up right here at this area of structure, it's starting to most likely stall. Now two things it can do: it can drop back down. Now if it drops us down, what can I do if I'm scalping? I'm going to take a short. If I'm in futures, obviously I'll take a short. If you short the market, or some stocks or whatever, you can do that too. Or if you own the stock, but in this case, I'm going to talk more about longs. But if you're a futures trader, what would you be doing? You would be looking here for a quick short. And now, what is your target? Demand zone. Okay, so that's how easy it is to get here a play. Now, this didn't happen. In this case, it came here, it stalled a bit, and then it took off. Now it came up here and it broke. It did a break of structure. It broke structure. Why? Because this is an area of structure that was created. This was also, this is a micro, this is called here, you can call it like a micro supply zone, because it went up and it came right down. There was supply here. So there was um buyers, sellers that were supplied liquidity, and it dropped. Okay, so now it's coming back up. We're going to see if that supply is strong enough. If it's not, it's going to continue higher. Sellers didn't. This was taken out. Now you break the structure. Now what's happening here? Now we broke this. Now this is invalidated. Now I know price wants to go higher. Okay, so now I'm watching again my play. What am I looking for? Now I'm coming. It's going up. Now there's not much to do now. I'm waiting for price to start doing what it has to do. Now it drops again, creates a little top here or pivot here, another drop here, pivoted again to the top. Now here, is it going to go higher? I'm looking again to the left, right? And I'm looking to the left here. On my way up, I'm looking here to the left. And on my way down, I'm looking for this left, to the left on the bottom, right, of the pivot. So I'm always looking for my pivots. This is my pivot here. I'm looking left. What did it do? It kind of double topped here, and now it dropped. That makes sense. Usually in double tops, it always does that, right? Or it can break out again and break structure. In this case, it didn't. Now I'm looking for price to head back down. Where? To this pivot point here. Let's just grab this line here. To this pivot point here. I want to see what it's going to do here. So now if I'm looking at price, which is around, this is around 376. Now I'm looking, and price is at 378. I'm watching for price to come down to 376.86 and see what happens. Is it going to bounce back up to this little demand zone here, or is it going to continue down? In this case, it breaks down, creating a type of change of character, right? Because this was creating a high, higher high, a little mini higher high. Now it breaks down, it creates a higher low. So now it changed character there. Okay, what am I showing you guys here real quick? I'm just showing you guys that what price action does and what it's creating. So price action, by looking left, is creating structures, it's creating pivot points, and a supplier demand zone. So here I'm teaching you three things. The structure areas, right, which are your pivots. If you have an area like this, it created a demand zone. Now you have your demand, and you have your little micro demand zones or supply zones, right? And you're always looking. So those are my targets. Those are always going to be my targets. When you hear that, when you hear me in the Discord usually say I have my targets, those are always my targets. If I'm in an intraday and I'm scalping, my targets are these pivots, up, down, pivots. And these can be nice little plays, nice little plays. If it's a 30-minute, you could do this on a 30-minute and an hourly. Now you have more time to play with, and you have a longer, you can have more of a swing play, right? And it's a nice longer play up. You can do this with futures, with stocks, with Forex, anything, because price action and market structure is the same, okay? It's always creating imbalances in the market. The market is algorithmic, like we said. It's looking for supply and it's looking for demand, okay? This is a game of supply and demand. So now I'm just going quickly here. It breaks character here, or change of character here, pivots up, creating what I put here, a little demand zone. So this is nice little demand zone. This will continue to be a demand zone until price comes back down. If this doesn't do this, it's still a demand zone. Here it goes up, comes right back down. Now I'm watching always for this demand zone. Will price come back in here? So I can probably, so now here, what am I going to do? If I'm in a stock, let's say, and I'm looking for price to, what am I going to do? I have guys that like to do nice swing plays, and they tell me, Robert, what's a good demand zone so I get in? This is a great demand zone here that was created. There's a great demand zone that was created here for Microsoft when it came down to 375 more or less, okay? So price came in here, it came in again, and now it's going back up, right? So now I'm watching this. I can put a limit order here, waiting for that price to come back in again, retest this area and continue up. So you see now it comes back down. Now here I'm looking at this last pivot that was made, because you see price never came back here again. So now it made a little higher high here. Now I'm waiting for it to come back to, I'm looking left again. Every time in a leg, I'm looking left. Where was the price last? Where was that last swing high that I created? Here was a little swing high, and then this is the longer swing high, right? So I'm watching. It didn't do any, sorry, it came here, come down. I'm watching here. It broke that, continue higher. Now it came here and it broke it as well, right? Breaking structure again. So now there's a break of structure. Now I'm watching this, right? Breaks of structure, usually price always wants to come back to this area of structure to the retest and go, or to continue down here again. So I guess what I wanted you guys to really realize was that this is how price moves. It doesn't matter what stock, what are you looking at, it's always going to be the same, okay? And if you guys can see this in the bigger picture when you're trading, it's going to help you so much, because when you're trading, you're going to be able to understand what the market's doing and why, or where it's going to be going. People say, well, you never know what the market's going to do. You don't. I don't know if it's going to go up or down, but if it does, I'm looking left because I can forecast it's either going to go back. So if I'm here, I could either forecast that it's going to go back to this area here, or it's going to come back to this demand, or it's going to come back down here. You see, I'm already ready. I'm ready for price. What am I going to do if it breaks here? If this, then that. If not, then what, right? If this, then it's going to go up. If not, then what? It's going to come here. You see what I'm saying? If this, then that. If not, then what? Here. Okay? So now I'm watching it come back down. Now, if it was to break this, I know that price is most likely going to come back down to this demand zone. If it would have broken this demand, it would have broke this, invalidated this demand zone, and now this is my next area of demand. See, this demand is becoming even stronger to me now, because price hasn't come back down to it. Okay, now if you see this repetitive, it keeps going up, down, and I'm showing you this, guys, because believe it or not, I'm a creator of an indicator, and I believe in indicators, and I'm explaining to you why. Because indicators should help this come to life for you. Not an indicator for me is not if it's green, go, if it's red, stop or sell or whatever, like other people want to sell it. Like, no, I want the indicator for you to be more of to bring this out to you. Now you know, you don't have to be, see, I had to draw this, right? So you're live trading, you're looking and you're drawing. I believe in an indicator should do it for you, right? So that's why I did this on purpose, no indicator, so you can see how price action moves and what it should be doing. Again, I look left, price is going up, I'm looking left. What is it going to do in this area here? What is it going to do in those areas of pivots, right? All these areas of pivots are areas of nice scalps you can make. It came down, it created a demand zone here, came back up, came back down again. You see it heading up, you could scalp it. Scalp it where? Scalp it to here, or even scalp it to right there. And these will be your targets. If it breaks out, even better. Now you just let it run, right? And you're moving up your stops. You're moving up your stops like Blake shows. Boom, move it up to the next candle over, to the bottom of the next candle if you're getting a higher high. Now you have a plan, guys. Now you have a plan, and you know what you're not getting in a trade and saying, now what do I do, right? Let's say it I don't know, you made a mistake for some reason, you're stuck in this play. Now at least you know what to do. I'm stuck, it's creating higher highs, maybe I should just cut my losses now. Or here, it came up here, created this supply zone. Why? Because it ripped down, and this supply zone becomes very important when it breaks this structure or creates this change of character, because these were creating higher highs. Boom. Now it didn't create a higher high. Now I made a higher low. Okay. Now we made exactly a lower high. So now it breaks. Okay. Now what am I doing? If it's creating higher highs, breaking structure, my target is always up. I know that the trend is moving more or less bullish. In the short time frame, in the 15-minute, higher highs, it's bullish. Okay. I can do something like this. Higher highs, the market's bullish. When you break structure, like it did here, Now, what did the market do? It became bearish. And what's so funny here is that now it's creating a lower high, a lower high. So what am I doing now? What is my target, guys? This demand zone here. Okay. Now I want to show you guys something real quick that I did this on purpose. Now, if you see this, hopefully you're understanding a bit. Now if I come here and I bring this chart to life, let's see what it's showing us. Price, right? And now I turn on the indicator. And look at that. Look at the indicator created where I drew the demand zone. That's where the demand zones are. Look at where the supply zones are. You see? So, and you see, if you see here now, if I hide the my drawings, you see now how the indicator created your higher highs and your double tops and your breaks of structure. If you want, also, I don't really name it, but when you have two double tops and there's a breakout like this is basically a break of structure. A breakout is a break of structure. Broke structure to the top, came back down, broke structure to the top again, making a higher high. I'm bullish. You see green, 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 green. Now here it comes back down, creates that supply zone, drops, breaks this structure, changing the character. Now I'm bearish. If I'm in futures, I'm only looking for shorts. I'm looking for this swing high so I can get the rejection for a lower, so it can go lower. Rejection, lower. Okay. Now I'm in this demand zone. Now I don't know what's going to happen. This can change again and start moving right back up. Okay, guys. So I wanted to show you this. Hopefully this makes sense to you. This was something that I wanted to show you without the indicator, and then also show you with the indicator, just so you can see. I would say that this is going to make the indicator make more sense for you, right? Why is it doing what it's doing? But remember, always look left. It's the price came down. It's creating these pivot points that I'm plotting here. It's coming back up. I'm looking left. Where is this going to target here? If I'm in a futures trade, I'm going long here, and I'm targeting right here to this pivot there. Now here, I'm moving up. I'm already green. I'm moving up my stop. Once it gets here, maybe I'll get out. Maybe not. If I see that it breaks out because it's still strong, I'm going to stay in the play. It creates a pivot, little pivot here. It starts coming back down to this area of structure here. Let me do a little blaze drawing. If it comes back to this area of structure here, right? Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to most likely get out, because I know that if it breaks this, it's going to continue that. And it's just eating away of my gains, right? So I'd rather get the most profit I can. So I guess that's what I wanted to explain. Hopefully this this makes sense. Please comment, any comments, and comment, subscribe. Now you know that we're in the Discord. We're making some changes. We're going to start making a lot of new YouTube videos like these, and we're also going to be doing some weekend. The beginning of the week. We'll probably start doing some videos, Blaze and I, talking about the week to come and what we're looking for. So new things to come, guys. 2024 is going to be amazing. All right, take care. Look left.